What is up? It's your boy A here, also known as Toon Link Main, and today on ARcast, I don't know why we're gonna be streaming on Thursday afternoon at the same time slot as Clickbait Sports. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about this big Thursday night football game between the Rams and the Seahawks. We're gonna be talking about are the Cheifs Dynasty about to end. We're gonna talk as well as Mahomes and Micah Parsons torn ACL injury during their games, and Tua's gonna get benched, and college football playoff prediction. So yes, we are gonna be starting it right here, right now. If you are watching this, I don't know if anyone wants to watch this crap, but yeah. So right now we're gonna go straight to the first ever, the main event right here is gonna be that big Thursday night football. So I wanted to talk about this big Thursday night football game. So this Thursday night football game, which is gonna be happening tonight, I am streaming that game around like 5:05 because the game starts at 5:15. And what up, Jim Z? We're gonna be talking about first we're gonna talk about Thursday night, and we're gonna talk about the Mahomes injury. Then we got Micah Parsons injury, Tua game bench, college football, and some other stuff. So this Thursday night, this is gonna be a big matchup right here. It's an NFC West showdown, and it's between the LA Rams versus the Seattle Seahawks right there at Lumen Field. So let's break down to our last week's games between these two teams. Starting out with the Rams. So they beat the injured Lions team 41-34. It was a highly contested first half, which it tied at 17. Then the second half, the Rams went hammed on offense. I mean, the Rams tends to stop Detroit's offense for like 3 consecutive 3-and-outs. And the Rams have a total yards of 519 on offense. Rams secondary could be an issue on covering receivers such as Jamison Williams, as well as Amara St. Brown. And the major issue right here after that game was Davante Adams could be out with a hamstring injury. So yeah, that's gonna be a big loss right there. Davante Adams with the hamstring injury during that game. Now let's go to the other side, which is gonna be for Seattle. So they beat the Colts 18-16. The Seahawks, they win the game without a touchdown. Basically, they only kicked 6 field goals with Jason Myers. And throughout the entire game, Seattle were down 13-6 at halftime against Unk Rivers because, they were playing the Colts. And this is Philip Rivers' first time starting a football game in nearly 5 years. And note that the Philip Rivers has his first touchdown in nearly 5 years during this game. Sam Darnold only throws 22 out of 36 attempts, 271 yards, no touchdowns and no interceptions. And the Seahawks, they tend to come back in the fourth quarter and let Jason Myers kick the game-winning field goal at 56-yarder. Overall, this is just going to be a tough matchup right here. So let's get into the game. So we're now going to be into this game. So Seattle is basically favored for this game, mainly because Davante Adams is out with a hamstring injury. And now let's gonna go with the Rams. they need to show up on their offense without Devontae Adams. Meaning that other than Puka, we gotta have someone else. Maybe Jordan Whittington, maybe Munfield might show up as well, or Tutu Atwell's. One of one of those three had to show up with Puka. And this game, oh god, oh wait. And also, can Sam Darnold can beat the odds instead of turning the ball over? Meaning like the last time these two teams met, Sam Darnold did turn the ball over 5 times with 4 interceptions during that game. Oh god, this is going to be a massive issue for the Rams. This game is playing on a kind of like a heavy rainstorm because it did rain in Seattle today. And yep, the Rams might have a disadvantage when it comes to the weather conditions because earlier today in Seattle, it did rain earlier. So that's going to be another major issue. And the biggest thing about this game is basically for the NFC West Division lead and the number 1 seed in the NFC. So one of these two teams might take the number 1 seed in the NFC. Unless they lose next week and have the Bears might show up. But the Bears do play on Saturday against Green Bay. So it's got to be one of these two teams to win it all. All in all, with this entire game, you're definitely going to be seeing this as could be a World Classic event for a Thursday night football game. Could be a great one, but the other issue could be the weather on the field impact. And yeah, that could be a major factor about that one. So they need to sort things out about that. Okay, so on and on, I wanted to go to another topic that's going to be coming on today. Is Patrick Mahomes. So I'd always be streaming for 10 minutes. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention about the San Francisco 49ers. Other than the Rams and Seahawks, the 49ers still has a shot with the NFC West. But the Rams did split with the 49ers. So, but yeah, the 49ers do have the advantage on the number 1 seed from the NFC West due to the fact that they have the advantage in the division record because they swept Arizona. They already split with the Rams. And they're 1-0 against Seattle. So, if Seattle wins this one, they will have to face San Francisco Week 18. Week 18 could be a great one between the Seahawks and the 49ers if they're both tied. But, this going to be a great one. But, the Rams do play the Cardinals Week 18, so that could be another easy win for the Rams. Thus, I feel like out of all these 3 teams, if the Rams lose this one and they win the next 2, they'll still get a wild card spot. And then if Seattle wins this one, and they lose San Fran in Week 18, they're also going to get a wildcard spot with the Rams. Then it comes down, then San Francisco might end up winning the division. But if the Rams beat the Seahawks and they win against Atlanta, and, then have the 49ers and Seahawks battle each other out in Week 18, then the Rams might end up winning the division. Yeah, at the same time, this is going to be complicated. So, we got to sort things out in the NFC West. Because, I'm not really. It needs to sort things out. They need like a big path, a bigger picture of it. But anyway, we're moving on to the next topic. This is gonna be Patrick Mahomes' injury because enough says with the NFC West. Let's go to Patrick Mahomes. So the Kansas City Chiefs, they played their Week 15 matchup against the LA Chargers at home. This game was supposed to be the game that the Kansas City Chiefs need to win to stay alive in the playoff race. But here's the thing, but here comes this injury part about Patrick Mahomes. 1st and 10 at the 47 after the 2-minute warning. Mahomes decided to step back and tries to throw it, but he threw it away out of bounds to avoid a sack from Deshaun Hand. But Patrick Mahomes went down with a torn ACL. And the Chargers, they win this game 16-13 and eliminated the Chiefs from playoff contention. And Mahomes did underwent surgery on Monday in Dallas to repair his ACL. But the timeline for this is that the fact that he would be out for 9 months and could be missing like the first half of the 2026 season. Then some Chiefs fans wanted to think that he could be back before the season, but like torn ACL at the age of 30 will be like 9 to 12 months. And so now Gardner Minshew, he'll be starting week 16 at Tennessee against the Titans. So now they had to rely on him. And that injury to Mahomes could end the Chiefs dynasty maybe. That's another thing that people are also going to be talking about. Then Andy Reid, he might gonna retire alongside with Travis Kelce. There were rumors about that, but not that much rumors about that. And the Chiefs could be in cap hell for this situation for this offseason. Chiefs do have a lot of holes to fill out throughout the offseason. I don't know who they're going to be drafting soon because they're already out in the playoff race. So, yeah. It's going to be so this year for the Kansas City Chiefs, they are seriously in hell all season long. So that's the big concern. Oh, I will get to that part. We gotta go through these other topics that I gotta be going to. Okay, speaking of which, of torn ACL, another player with a torn ACL that we're gonna be talking about is Micah Parsons. Ooh, this is gonna be tough right here. So, yes, Micah Parsons' injury. That's what we're going to be talking about. This is going to be the other topic that we're going to be discussing about. So, here it is. So, the Green Bay Packers, they played the Denver Broncos on their Week 15 matchup over there at Mile High. Most people should have just watched both Brandon Perna and Tom Grassi stream on YouTube. While watching this game, it could have been better if you guys just have their live stream with the game on and make sure you take a picture and send it to both of them. But other than that, let's get back to it. So it was a big showdown throughout the entire game, going neck to neck wire. Then Bo Nix with 4 touchdowns, while Toyota Thon Love with 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. And the last play of the game, when Toyotathon tries to throw the ball like down the middle to Matthew Golden, and who dropped it at 4th and 15. That might seal to end the game. Then the Broncos themselves, they got a statement win, 34-26. Try to get the number one seed in the AFC after the Patriots lose to the Buffalo Bills earlier earlier on Sunday, right before their game. And Micah Parsons, he went down with a torn ACL nearly at the end of the third quarter as he tries to, try to get like the record breakings for sacks. Then he would be out for the remainder of the season and could be out for the first half of the 2026 season. Could return before that season. And the Packers Super Bowl hopes just falls right into 9-4-1 with two hard opponents in week 16 or week 17, or one hard opponent because of Baltimore. And the worst part is Chicago is now back on top of the NFC North after that game. And also Chicago is also on top of the NFC North after they watched the Rams game against the Lions. And my Rams did beat the Lions on that same day too. So Chicago, you got yourself back to the division, but bad news, you're gonna be playing them on Saturday, which is gonna be sucks. Oh god, we actually did this in under 20 minutes. Oh god, we actually streamed for 20 minutes about this? Holy shit. So am I gonna go with this Tua situation after this 10-second countdown, because I do need to get something to drink real quick. Hold up, let me find it real quick. Okay. Hold up, I'm still trying to find it real quick.
Culture is actually damn good.
I'm calling both games.
It's past your bedtime. All in my ass.
Oh yeah, another thing is about the Micah Parsons injury. Yes, Jemsy, what's McCall? They need guys like Van Ness and Rashad Gary to step up. So they got to be prepared for that Saturday night game against the Bears. Then the other Saturday night game against the Ravens on prime time. And yeah, the Packers defense do need to step up so they could get in pace with the division lead over the Bears. If not, then the Bears might end up winning the North this year, which is going to be crazy. How about that part? But like, that's just another part that we're going to talk about, like, you know. Yeah, that's going to be a huge question mark. Like, we'll see on Saturday. We'll see on the Packers defense on Saturday on Tom Grassi's stream against the Chicago Bears, because it's going to be very important to look at. But other than that, we got to go straight to Tua Tagovailoa. That's going to be our next topic. No, yeah, because the Packers do play 2 weeks on Saturday. And a Week 18 matchup against Minnesota. Minnesota's definitely going to be easy. Other than that, we gotta go to Tua. So now we're gonna talk about Tua Tagovailoa getting benched. So the Miami Dolphins, they played their Week 15 matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers and lose 28-15. It was a close game in the first half until the Steelers decided to blow them out in the second half. The Miami Dolphins, they got eliminated from playoff contention after that loss on Monday night. Despite the accuracy from that game with Tua stats with 22 out of 28 attempts, 253 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Tua is just like, overall, he is not the same on what he used to like a few years ago, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, with Mike McDaniel. And yeah, those stats are probably on garbage time anyway. Overall, Tua, throughout the season, Tua struggles, continues to regress throughout this year, including injuries. Like, overall, injuries alone just ruined Tua's career with multiple concussion, and I think the hip injury from this year. So now Miami is trying to get themselves to have an identity, but it's already too late since they already got eliminated from playoff contention. So yes, so this week the Miami Dolphins, they are starting Quinn Ewers in Week 16 against Cincinnati, against the Cincinnati Bengals. Oof, I feel like but in this matchup, I feel like the Bengals might gonna win that matchup against the Dolphins. So yeah, that's gonna be another major issue for Miami. Even worse for this thing for the Dolphins is Tua's contract. They cannot get out of Tua's contract. Thanks for remind me about that, Jemsy, about Tua's contract. They cannot get out of Tua's contract. If they do, it'll be like a $99 million in dead cap. Because remember, he did sign that huge contract that the Dolphins give him. And also, Mike McDaniels, his job is probably on the hot seat now. After, after getting eliminated from the playoffs second time in 2 years. As for as for right now, the Dolphins, they are sitting 6-8. They might gonna go 6-11. They're either 7-10. 6-11 or 7-10 with these games. Unless they play the Jets. Do they play the Jets? No. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, no. They swept the Jets already. I forgot. Nope. Definitely gonna be either 6-11 or 7-10. So my final prediction with the Dolphins, it's gotta be 6-11 or 7-10 because I don't think they're gonna be Tampa Bay. Then New England's gonna rest their starters as because they're tending to clinch a playoff spot as well as try to win the AFC East, unless Buffalo tries to crawl into their steps. And yeah, Cincinnati would just definitely beat them. So that's basically it for the Dolphins. Well, we do got one more topic to talk about. Oh wait, we got some topics to talk about. Speaking of New England, we're gonna talk about this prediction for Sunday Night Football against the Baltimore Ravens over there in Baltimore. So basically, the Patriots, they're 11-3 right now. Patriots are 11-3, still first place in the AFC East, unless Buffalo tries to crawl back late season. And as well for Baltimore, they're trying to get their season hopes alive because they do have playoff aspiration. Not just that, because the Ravens are 7-7, but also try to get to the AFC North as well. And I gotta admit, what's it called? Let me check the AFC wildcard. So Baltimore is just the second team out of the. Baltimore is still on the hunt. So yeah, this game it has what's it called? This game should be interesting because there's playoff aspiration. Baltimore's still on the hunt. I don't think they're gonna get eliminated yet because they just need to battle it out just to get to the AFC North against Pittsburgh. But they do play the Steelers in Week 18. But this should be a very interesting one. But once again, I do think that was McCall. New England might gonna bounce back. They wanted to clinch a playoff spot because I gotta look up the scenarios with New England. Hold up, I am looking at the scenarios for New England. Clinching scenarios. Okay, so clinching scenarios. Clinching scenarios for Week 16. Clinching scenarios with Week 16. If New England do win this game, they'll probably clinch a playoff spot on this Sunday night game against Baltimore. And other clinches is like the Broncos when they win the AFC West. They just need a win and a Chargers loss, a tie and a Chargers loss, and the Broncos could clinch a first round bye with a New England loss, a Buffalo loss. Buffalo can clinch a playoff berth with a Buffalo win, either Indy loss, Houston loss, or they tie in either Indy or a Houston loss. Jacksonville can clinch a playoff berth. It's just a win and an Indy loss, or a Houston loss, or tie, or with an Indy or Houston loss, or Indy tie and a Houston loss. Chargers can clinch a playoff berth with a win and an Indy loss, or a Houston loss, or tie, or Indy loss, or tie, Indy tie, and a Houston loss in the AFC. But overall, my prediction about this Sunday Night Football game, I definitely think it's going to be interesting. I will say if Baltimore can actually come back, but once again, I do think New England's going to win this one. Just for the sake of it, they might going to clinch a playoff berth with this win. That's all I can say. Because I am horrible with these Sunday Night football predictions, which is why I suck at that. Okay, so another topic is we got some clinching scenarios. I know we got some clinching scenarios. I forgot to talk about the clinching scenarios. So, clinching scenarios, week 16. The Eagles could clinch the NFC East with either a win, a tie, and a Dallas tie, or a Dallas loss, but they'll probably win against the Commies, so they're easily going to win that anyway. And Dallas would just be eliminated from the playoffs immediately if the Eagles did win. Then Green Bay, they could clinch a playoff berth with a win and a Detroit loss, a tie or a Detroit loss. Then Chicago can get the playoff berth if they win and a Detroit loss and a tie and a Detroit loss, but they do play Green Bay Saturday night. Seattle can clinch a playoff berth if they beat my Rams tonight or a Detroit loss. Then San Fran can clinch a playoff berth if they win a tie and a Detroit tie or Detroit loss, but like I feel like for San Fran that they're gonna win their game. San Fran might gonna win their game against Indy. Oh no! They do play. Oh no! They have to rely on Pittsburgh. They gotta rely on Pittsburgh for beating Detroit. But the thing is with these games, Detroit plays Pittsburgh this week. Then for the AFC, we already discussed this. Broncos, they could win the AFC West if with a win and a Chargers loss, or a tie with a Chargers loss. They could clinch a first round bye with a win, a Chargers loss, or tie, New England loss, Buffalo loss, or tie. New England, they could clinch a playoff berth if they beat the Ravens on Sunday night, which I already predicted that one. An Indy loss, or a Houston loss or tie. Then Buffalo, they could clinch a playoff berth with a win, Indy loss or tie. Win, Houston loss or tie. A tie plus an Indy loss, a tie, and a Houston loss. Then Jacksonville, they could clinch a playoff berth with a win, an Indy loss or tie, a Jacksonville win, and a Houston loss and tie, a tie and an Indy loss, a tie, Indy tie, Houston loss. Chargers, they could clinch a playoff berth with a win, an Indy loss or tie, a win and a Houston loss and tie, a tie and an Indy loss, and a tie, an Indy tie, and a Houston loss. So that's basically it for the clinching. Ooh, that could be interesting. But okay, so the Buccaneers, they do play the Carolina Panthers this week. Then Carolina do play Seattle in week 17, and the Buccaneers play Miami week 17, and it all comes down to week 18. But I feel like I don't know. That's good. I do think that could flex to a Saturday night, to a Saturday game. They got to make sure about that. But it depends on their week 17 performance for these two teams. Okay, so now we go to the elimination, as I got to charge my laptop once again. I feel like the battery might gonna die. Elimination for this game, elimination for this week. Dallas could be eliminated, either a loss, a tie, and an Eagles tie. But it's most likely the Eagles win. And it will most likely be the Eagles win. So, yeah, Dallas will get eliminated by an Eagles win. But right before their game started, Detroit can get knocked out in the NFC North contention with a loss, a tie, and a Green Bay win, tie, and a Chicago win. But they do play the Steelers this week. And Detroit can get eliminated from the playoffs with a loss, and both the Bears and Packers tie. If we see the Bears and Packers tie and they lose to the Steelers, they'll be eliminated. But I do think that Grassley doesn't want a tie with that game. Then the Eagles can get knocked out of the 1 seed if they lose. A tie and the Rams win, a tie and the Seahawks win, a tie and a 49ers win a tie. A tie and a Bears win, or a Bears win, Seahawks win, and the 49ers win to knock them out of the number 1 seed. But, you know, it's... Then Green Bay knocked out the number 1 seed. This is going to be complicated because there's only like 14 scenarios. And majority of it had to deal with the strength of... I think it was like strength of victory against with the Eagles and the strength of victory with the 49ers and the strength of schedule with the 49. I don't know what the hell these 14 scenarios that I'm seeing off of the Packers if they don't get the number 1 seed. Then here comes the AFC elimination. Indy can get knocked out of the AFC South contention if they lose and the Jacksonville win, or a tie and a Jacksonville win. Then the Chargers could get knocked out of the division title against the Broncos and the number 1 seed with a loss and a Denver win, or a tie or a Denver win. New England can get knocked out of the number 1 seed with a loss and a Denver win. Buffalo can get knocked out of the number 1 seed with a loss and a Denver win, a loss and a Charger win, a tie and a Denver win. Jacksonville can get knocked out of the number 1 seed with a loss. Then Houston gets knocked out of the number 1 seed with a loss and tie, or a Denver win and tie. So that's basically it with the whole scenarios for week 16. Oh yeah, the Eagles will most likely get the number 3 seed because, you know, number 1 seed could most likely be the NFC West. Number 2 is definitely going to be whoever wins the NFC North. And number 4 is definitely going to be the NFC South. That's for sure. Every team's playoffs in it. I mean, yeah, that's... Yeah, the Eagles will most likely get the number 3 seed. So enough with the NFL. I wanted to talk about some college football because I wanted to show you guys my fucking bracket that's going to be showing up. I do have an account for this, but like, okay. Can I sign in? I already have an account. I already have an account for this. I just need to sign in to my... I just need to sign in to this crap. Okay, so let me get my picks on ready for this college. Oh wait, never mind. I do have my... Can I... Oh god, it's incomplete. What the... Oh no, never mind. I already have my bracket. What the hell? Okay, so I gotta show you my damn bracket. I gotta show you my damn bracket. I might have to, you know, deactivate my stupid ass camera right here. Then reactivate. Oh, what the hell? No. Wrong button. I hate this crap. Okay, people, so now we're gonna go straight to college football playoffs. I know it's gonna be starting tomorrow, and I think they're gonna be starting off with Alabama versus Oklahoma. So here is my terrible bracket that I'm gonna be showing you guys. So basically, we got Okay, so according to this list, you got James Madison versus Oregon, and I picked Oregon to beat James Madison. They play on Saturday night over there in Eugene. Then the next one that I had to do was the Friday night game, which is going to be Alabama at Oklahoma. And I have Oklahoma beating Alabama because Oklahoma did beat Alabama earlier this year, so they might gonna do it again. Then the first game on Saturday, that will be Miami at Texas A&M, and that will be a 9 a.m. game. And I do think that A&M will definitely be winning this one, so they could go against Ohio State in the next round. Possibly gonna be that. It's gonna be the Sugar Bowl, isn't it? No, because I think Cayenne and Fiesta, they're the semifinals. I think though. Then Ole Miss versus Tulane. Tulane versus Ole Miss. I have Ole Miss beating Tulane because they beat them earlier this year. So Ole Miss will have to go against Georgia. Then here comes the quarterfinals. Oregon at Texas Tech. I would definitely get my hands on Texas Tech to beat Oregon. So that would be a great matchup. Then Indiana versus Oklahoma. And I will pick the Heisman winner, Fernando Mendoza, to beat Oklahoma in the quarterfinals. Then I have Ole Miss versus Georgia, but I feel like Georgia might be Ole Miss. Then then the last one in the quarterfinals, I will definitely say Ohio State versus A&M. Ohio State will be A&M. So now we're going to go straight to the semifinals. Then I have Texas Tech versus Indiana. And I would definitely say that IU will win that one against Texas Tech. Then the last one, Georgia versus Ohio State. Gotta go with the Bulldogs. Gotta go with Georgia Bulldogs, so they could go to the national championship against IU. Then here comes the national championship game. And I feel like this is going to be I forgot what the national championship game is. I'm so bad. Hold up, let me check. Okay, so what? Oh, God. No, it's in Miami. What the hell? Yeah, I'm so stupid. Oh, no, I forgot. It's in Miami. I forgot. I'm an idiot. The national championship game right there in Miami between between IU and UGA, and I'm definitely gonna go with IU for this one. Fernando Mendoza, and if a tiebreaker, enter your prediction scoreboard. I put 34-21. I already finished this bracket, so yeah, I am literally just doing this. I don't know if I wanted to share this bracket. So I'm actually done with that part. That's mine. Oh, my prediction might be terrible. I know other people might be even worse than mine. Like, so it depends. Like, chat, make sure you comment down who's your national championship game for college football playoffs, because I already got mine. It's Fernando Mendoza, the Heisman winner this year, getting the national championship over Georgia. And yeah. But there's another thing that I wanted to show you guys, is what happened that I posted last night. I think it's a YouTube short real quick. My my food review. Right before we go to the Jason the Ween scenario. Let's. Okay, so get back. Okay, so get back here. I gotta show you this video too. On this show. And I forgot to notice that the audio is mute here. And the audio is mute here. Do you guys remember that? Okay, by the way, do you guys remember that stream that I did on Sunday at halftime showing the pizza? I did make a review. I did try that out on Monday. So I had to play this one too. If you're in the Vegas region or you're coming to Las Vegas, you should definitely try this place out. It's called Pop Cafe, when they sell coffee, pizza, pastry, and I'm gonna tell you, it's absolutely gonna be so good. So I decided to come to this place for my live stream. So I actually went there on Monday, which is the 15th. Yep, I just ordered and I decided to wait on my food. Yep, here it is, pepperoni pizza and a mocha latte that I ordered. That John tastes good. I'm gonna rate it like a 9.6 out of 10. So the next time y'all go there, make sure you bring your friends, bring your family, bring your favorite YouTuber. Obviously not me. Obviously not me. Sure you have a good I already time did and it. Enjoy it. So I gotta bring someone else. Oh yeah, cause whatchamacallit, where's that part? This part, yes. Y'all remember this one on Sunday. That was the part that I said that I want to try it out. And I did went there the day after that stream. And I gotta admit, that pizza tastes good. I also get that mocha latte and also tastes good. And also I have my drink just sitting there. And I forgot to stir it. But yeah, that's basically gonna be. Oh, it got you mouth watering too. It got everyone mouth watering. So that's basically gonna be that part. So one more topic that we had to discuss. This one, I know people are gonna be talking about this. I don't know why I want to talk about this, but you know the streamer Jason the Ween. I gotta be talking about this streamer too. If you don't know this Jason the Ween guy, he's a streamer on Twitch, an Asian streamer on Twitch that does like in real life streams or IRL. If you never heard of him, I gotta find a picture of him. As a matter of fact, we could just go on this dumb. We could just go on YouTube. Okay, I could just go on YouTube anyway. Hold up, I gotta reactivate myself. Get whatchamacallit. I know. Okay, so if you don't know Jason the Ween, hold on. It's this dude right here. Yes, he is this dude right here. He's a Twitch streamer that does IRL type of stuff. And people who does IRL streams, they get even more degenerate than sports streamers. But there's something that's going on right here. There was like something. I don't want my friends thinking that you know, that I wanted, someone wants me to collab with this guy. And I would definitely say if I could collab with this guy, I will have to bring Tom Grassley, Urinating Tree, and Scooter Magruder to him. And oh, the woman? Oh, this girl? Oh, this girl right here? Cinia? Oh, this girl? Oh, that girl right there? Mm-hmm. But like, if someone wants me to collab with Jason Lewin, I'll definitely would go down. I could go down with a collaboration, but I have to bring Tom Grassi, Urinating Tree, and Scooter Magruder with me to collab with this guy. So yeah, three out of the 5 clickbait members will have to come down with this. And you know, I still want to collab with the Clickbait Sports crew alongside with other content creators. Well, other sports content creators on YouTube. Then note that. Yeah, it will take a lot. It will take a lot, but like we just need to get like the right timing. Like, you know, maybe we could do a charity stream. So maybe like that. Once again, I have to deactivate myself to reactivate here. Like, once again, if someone wants me to collab with this guy, I could go down with it, but I have to bring Tom Grassley, Urinating Tree, and Scooter Magruder. And yes, it will be taking a lot. It will be a lot. We just need to get the right schedule, the right timing for me, Tom, Scooter, Tree, and Jason Lewin. All 5 of us will have to decide when are we going to be doing it. We could do a charity stream if we can actually be doing. But I still want to collab with the Clickbait Sports crew alongside with other sports content creator on YouTube or Twitch or whatever platform. Because, you know, we gotta have like wide variety, but like I wanted to do something like that somewhere next year. I want to do it. I really wanted to do some of these for next year, because it might be big going on in 2000. It might be doing something in the big 2026. Like, and also big for in the big 2026 that I'll probably get a new co-host for ARcast, but it's a secret and I will not tell you. I will have to reveal it during that stream if I'm gonna have a new co-host. So yeah, that's gonna be basically it. Oh, I can just watch my stupid crap.
If you're an illegal alien.
Oh no. Oh no, I'm actually playing my stupid Oh no, I'm actually watching my stupid crap after I click on this stream. Okay. Oh, you're definitely gonna go to a wedding? Well, have fun with the have fun with the wedding, Jim Z, after that Eagles commies. If the Eagles beat the commies after that game. Make sure I have a good time with the wedding too. Because, you know, I got some other stuff to do. But yeah, sorry we just ran out of time on this stream. We got another stream that's going to be going on, and that is going to be the Rams-Seahawks game that's going on tonight around 5:05, and then I got a third stream after the game. It's just gonna be me playing Minecraft again, just like last night's stream on Twitch. So yeah, and I'll see you guys on the Rams-Seahawks stream. Bye.